Welcome back. Today we are exploring the gray areas of meaning by looking at ambiguity and vagueness. We may use vagueness or ambiguity intentionally in order to obfuscate, misdirect, or otherwise trick others. However, a speaker's words can be vague or ambiguous without this ill intention. Let us start with vagueness. A vague statement is one whose meaning is indistinct, imprecise, or lacks detail. This state of imprecision effectively puts you in a gray zone. Vagueness comes in degrees. The question to ask is whether, given the topic, is there too much vagueness? Because it lacks precision, vagueness can be used rhetorically to distort, redirect, or misrepresent. For example, think of a teenager's response to a parent asking what they did on a date. Stuff, they reply. Or consider statements like, we should raise taxes on the rich, or go down the road a ways. The appropriateness of a vague statement depends entirely on the context. If someone asks, how much did you get out of the lawsuit? The appropriate response depends on whether you're talking to your spouse, neighbor, stockbroker, boss, coworker, etc. Now, in contrast, ambiguity also pertains to a lack of clarity and meaning, but occurs where fairly precise alternative meanings can be identified yet cannot be chosen between. Rather than a gray zone, ambiguity puts you between one or more specific alternatives. There are three main types of ambiguity that commonly interfere with clear communication. First, semantic ambiguity arises due to a specific word or phrase that carries multiple distinct meanings. For instance, in the statement, he sold a lot, the word lot could refer to a large quantity of items, a plot of land, or a specific collection of goods at an auction. In the phrase, Jones is rather short, it is not clear whether the statement intends to communicate that Jones is not tall in height, or that he is ill-tempered. Syntactic ambiguity occurs when the lack of clarity is due to the structure of the grammar or syntax, rather than the individual words themselves. A classic example is the headline, Hunters kill 6 coyotes after gorging themselves on a cow. Here, the grammatical arrangement makes it unclear whether the hunters or the coyotes were the ones gorging themselves on the cow. For an example of grouping ambiguity, consider the statement, Americans murder approximately 15,000 people per year. This formulation leaves an uncertainty about whether individual Americans are collectively responsible for this total number of crimes, or how the statistic scales across the population as a whole. Two more examples of grouping ambiguity are the claims that Toyotas consume more gas than Hummers, and there's more poverty in Oklahoma than California.